Ashtadara Satta Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parirajakcharya, Ashtadara Satta Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Harirastaku Ki Jai. Pramsaka Ho Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Sri Vasade Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna, Gaur Gopinan Shama Kun Radha Kun, Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Shri Jagannathpuri Dham Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Chamuna Mai Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai, Transcendental Prasana Distribution Ki Jai, Hare Rama Sankirtan Ki Jai, ISKCON Yutvagadam Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Haribo Haribo. All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatim Vyasam Tattvajayam Uditrayet Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavadivtamashtoke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, Chapter 7, text number 11. Satya Mamasa Bhagavam Haya Shirashato Sakshat Sa Yagya Purushas Tapaniya Vanaha Chando Mayo Makamayo Kira Devatatma Vacho Babuvu Ushatihi Shasato Shanasta Shache Mamasa Bhagavam Haya Shira Shato Saksha Sayakya Purushas Tapani Yavanaha Chando Mayo Makamayo Kila Devatatma Vacho Bahu Vushati Sasato Shanastataha Sache Mamasa Bhagavam Haya Shirashato Saksha Sayakya Purushastapaniya Vanaha Chando Mayo Makamayo Kira Devatatma Vacho Bavuhu Usati Sashato Shanatas Ha Sache mama sa bhagavam hayashira shato. Saksha sayakya purushastapani yavanaha. Chando mayo makamayo kirat devatatma. Vacho bahuvu ushati sashato shatnastatha. Saksha sayakya purushastapaniya vana. Chando mayo makamayo kila devatatma. Vacho bahu ushati sashato shamatsa. Satre mama sa bhagavan hayashira sato. Sate mama sa bhagavan hayashira shato. Saksha sayakya purushastapaniya vana. Chando mayo makamayo kila devatatma. Vacha bavuhu ushati sasato satunasa. Mataji. Ante mamasa puravam yayiratasmu. Saksha sayakya purushastapaniya vana. Chando mayo makamaya kilandevahu. Saksha sayakya purushastapaniya vana. Chando mayo makamayo kila devatantu. Vacha bahu ushati sasato syanasta. Satre, in the sacrificial ceremony, Mama of mine, Asa appeared. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Haya Shirasya with his horse-like head. Atha thus, Sakshat, directly, Saha, he, Yagya Purushaha, the person who is pleased by performances of sacrifice. Tapaniya, golden. Vanaha, hue. Chanda Mayaha, personified Vedic hymns. Maka Mayaha, personified sacrifices. Akila, all that be. Devata Atma, the soul of the demigods. Vachaha, sounds. Bahu Uhu, become audible. Ushatihi, very pleasing to hear. Sasataha, while breathing. Asya, his. Nastaha, through the nostrils. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The Lord appeared as the Hayagriva incarnation in a sacrifice performed by me, Brahma. He is the personified sacrifices, and the hue of his body is golden. He is the personified Vedas as well, and the super soul of all demigods. When he breathed, all the sweet sounds of the Vedic hymns came out of his nostrils. Purport. The Vedic hymns are generally meant for sacrifices performed by fruitive workers who also want to satisfy the demigods to achieve their fruitive result. But the Lord is the personified sacrifices and personified Vedic hymns. Therefore, one who is directly a devotee of the Lord is a person who has automatically both served the purposes of sacrifices and pleased the demigods. The devotees of the Lord may not perform any sacrifice or may not please the demigods as per Vedic injunctions. And still, the devotees are on a higher level than the fruitive workers or the worshippers of different demigods. Om Jnanatiminandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksu Umnitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishnan Stapidan Yena Budare Swayandu Pakadamahyam Tadati Swam Padandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupan Sakrachatan Sahagana Nakunata Vitantam Sajivam Satvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinna Bandhu Chakapade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakam Jana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindava Nishwari Vishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakau Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Paditana Bhavanebhyo Vaishvanebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Satya Mamasa Bhagavam Haya Shirasato Sakshasa Yagya Purushas Tapaniya Vanaha Chandomayo Makamayo Kila Deva Tatma Vacho Bahu Ushati Shasato Shanastaha. Translation again. The Lord appeared as the Hayagriva incarnation in a sacrifice performed by me, Brahma. He is the personified sacrifice, and the hue of his body is golden. He is the personified Vedas as well, and the super soul of all demigods. When he breathed, all the sweet sounds of the Vedic hymns came out of his nostrils. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada has made a very nice statement by saying that the devotees of the Lord may not perform any sacrifice or may not please the demigods as per Vedic injunctions. And still, the devotees are on a higher level than the fruitive workers or the worshipper of different demigods. So we know in the scriptures, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many stories about the worshipper of the demigods. So I would like to ask Bhaktadevan to tell us one story from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So microphone, please. Please get the microphone for him. Yeah. No, I'm asking Bhaktadevan to tell us a story about the worshipper of the demigods from the Bhagavatam. So we are getting the microphone now. There's no microphone? Okay, you please go ahead, Prabhu. Mm-hmm. No, microphone is coming. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so Banasura is a devotee of Shiva, and basically Krishna attacked Banasura because he kidnapped Aniruddha over a romantic subplot pretty much. But yeah, Shiva was defeated because he unleashed his greatest weapon, which was a weapon of heat. But Krishna had a weapon of cold, which counteracted it. And after defeating Shiva, he began to cut off all of Aniruddha's 1,000 arms with his Shuddhashan chakra. Yeah, Banasura. But after, while Krishna was cutting off all of his arms, Shiva began to appeal to Lord Krishna that he was his devotee, and that also Banasura was a part of he was the son of Bali Maharaj, who is a descendant of Prahlad. So Krishna promised Prahlad that he can't kill any of his descendants. So yeah, the overall moral of this story is that even if you're a great worshiper of a demigod like Shiva, without the sanction of Krishna, you're still not protected.
Right. Thank you very much. Beautiful story. Yeah, thank you. So in the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a very nice story about Hiranyakasipu also. It is said here that Hiranyakasipu performed a severe type of austerity for material benefit, thus causing great distress throughout the universe. So much so that even Lord Brahma, he has to personally come to pacify Hiranyakasipu. You know, upon seeing Lord Brahma, actually, Hiranyakasipu, his austerity is so severe, he stands on tips of the toe, and with the raising hand like that, and just chant mantra to Lord Brahma. And he practiced the austerity for a long time, that the flesh of his whole body has been eaten by the ants. So only the bones and skeletal left. So in the beginning, and from his top of the head come out huge fire. And this fire is so strong that all the living entities in this universe become disturbed. Yeah. I was talking to Ravindranath Prabhu the other day, because I heard a lecture by Prabhu. Prabhu, he was saying that at the end of the destruction of the universe, the sun will become 12 times stronger than the sun now. 12 times stronger. That means everything in this universe will burn to ashes. And after everything has been to ashes, torrents of rain will come. Yeah. So everything will, will become, in the water again. Yeah. So Hiranyakasipu, he practiced very severe austerity, and Lord Brahma personally come to pacify him. And upon seeing Lord Brahma, so Hiranyakasipu naturally wants the benefit, the boon. So what is the boon of Hiranyakasipu? Bhaktidevan, can you tell us again? Yeah, what did he ask from Lord Brahma? Yes. Like, he will not be killed by any demigods, any person. He will not be killed during the day or at night. He will not be killed on the land or in the water or in the air. So many boons. Practically, he become immortal. Yeah. And Lord Brahma, he's obliged to satisfy him by agreed all those boons. And then, Hiranyakasipu become almost immortal. So he start to, conquering the whole universe. Yeah, all the demigods, they have to hide from him or become his servant. Yeah. But even such a powerful demons like Hiranyakasipu, ultimately, he has to die. Yeah. And Lord Krishna personally come as Nishingade to kill him. Yeah, to kill him. So, in another place in the Bhagavad Gita, I remember a very nice verse describing in this regard. It is said here in the 6th chapter of 47, text 47. It is said, Yogina api sarvesham makatenata atmanaha shadavam bhajate yomam same yukta tamomaha. Krishna tells Arjuna that, and of all yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and render transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and is the highest of all. That's my opinion. So that means the devotees are exactly like Prabhupada said in the purport of this verse, that the devotees, although they do not directly worship the demigods, but actually, the devotees, they are the highest of all. Yeah. And in the purport to this verse in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada, he read very, very nice purport. I want to share a little bit with everyone here. Prabhupada said in the purport that, one second, the culmination of all kinds all kinds of yoga practice lies in bhakti yoga. All other yogas are but means to come to the point of bhakti in bhakti yoga. Yoga actually means bhakti yoga. All other yogas, beginning from karma yoga to the end of bhakti yoga, is a long way to self-realization. Karma yoga without fructive result is the beginning of this path. When karma yoga increases in knowledge and renunciation, the stage is called jnana yoga. When jnana yoga increases in meditation on the super soul by different physical process, and the mind is on him, it is called Ashtanga yoga. And when one surpasses the Ashtanga yoga and comes to the point of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, it is called Bhakti yoga, the culmination. Factually, Bhakti yoga is the ultimate goal, but to analyze Bhakti yoga minutely, one has to understand these other yogas. The yogi who is progressive is therefore on the true path of eternal good fortune. One who sticks to a particular point and does not make further progress is called by that particular name: Karma yogi, Jnana yogi, or Dhyana yogi, Raja yogi, Hatha yogi, etc. If one is fortunate enough to come to the point of bhakti yoga, it is to be understood that he has surpassed all other yogas. Therefore, to become Krishna conscious is the highest stage of yoga. Just as when we speak of Himalayam, we refer to the world's highest mountain, of which the highest peak, Mount Everest, is considered to be the culmination. So I stop here. Are there any questions and comments? Srinidhi, what you first? Huh? I know Abhay has a question. Another Kiranbu first.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the purport because I had a question in the purport.
Mm-hmm.
1 second here. Towards the end of the purport, Prabhupada is saying that a person who has one who is directly a devotee of the Lord is a person who has automatically both served the purposes of sacrifice and pleased the demigods.
Mm-hmm.
The devotees of the Lord may not perform any sacrifice or may not please the demigods as per Vedic injunctions, and still the devotees are on a higher level.
Right.
So it's kind of a comment and a question mixed. So in the Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, text 30, Krishna is saying, a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing austere sacrifices, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. At the end, he reaches the supreme abode. And in the purport, in one sentence, Prabhupada said that this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness, that by one stroke, by engaging in devotional service, one can surpass all rituals of the different orders of life. So my question is, sometimes I hear devotees explain it in such a way that if you're performing devotional service, it is to be understood that in previous lives, you've studied all the Vedas, you performed austere sacrifices, you gave charity.
Right.
My understanding is that not necessarily that you performed all those in previous lives, but if you're engaging in devotional service, you're not bereft of the benefits of those activities. So what is the correct understanding?
I think, Bhrigu Prabhu has some good point. Let's hear from Bhrigu Prabhu.
Aho bhatta swapachote tu gariyan yaj jiva gre vortate nama tubhyam. Tepas tapas te juhuvu sashnor arya brahmana chur nama grananti ete. O my Lord, a person who is chanting your holy name, although born of a low family like that of a chandala, dog-eater, is situated on the highest platform of self-realization. Here comes. Such a person must have performed all kinds of penances and sacrifices according to Vedic rituals and studied the Vedic literatures many, many times after taking his bath in all the holy places of pilgrimage. Such a person is considered to be the best of the Aryan family. So I think that sentence there, unless we want to such a person must have performed all kinds of penances and sacrifices according to the Vedic rituals. That is Devahuti.
Thank you very much. That's a very good point. Exactly answered your question, I think. Right? Now, Abhay, he has a question. What is Abhay's question?
I heard that it was a lot of suffering in the material world.
Mm-hmm.
Like last time I sprained my ankle and it hurt. It hurt.
You're right. Actually, this material world is called Mrityuloka. Mrityuloka means, the place of death. Whoever comes to this material world, he has to suffer from old age, disease, and death. Yeah, this material world is actually a big prison house. Yeah, so that's why suffering is always there.
And last time I was just running, and then you know what I did? I was trying to. There was something stuck. There was something stuck in my chores, and I didn't know it was a pin.
Mm-hmm.
Once I touched it, oh my God, it hurt a lot. I got a dumb thumb.
I can't.
You want me to show you?
What is the problem? Show me, yeah. Okay, you get hurt, huh? Yeah, suffering is always there. Therefore, we should not become attached to this material world. That's why we need to chant Hare Krishna. Anyway, Prabhu, yeah.
Thank you,
Good question,
Prabhu,
Abhay.
for that answer. It was very wonderful. Just to elaborate on that answer, not to complicate it too much. On the one hand, Srila Prabhupada was very humble. He always told his disciples, "Oh, you are all very advanced and you came to help me in my mission, and you are all disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta," and so many things. But at the same time, Srila Prabhupada also said that I created your good fortune. So I'm thinking, what is the correct mood as a practitioner of devotional service? That should I think that, I was advanced in my past life, that's why, or should I think that Prabhupada created our good fortune?
Yeah, this is called Agyata Sukriti. Yeah, unknowingly, by hearing the holy name of the Lord, by touching Prabhupada's books, all the living entities, whether you are human being, animal, trees, they are all getting benefit. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Achita Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, just briefly, it's always a mixed bag. Just like this unfortunate incident that just happened in our society, North Carolina. Here's a young man who was born of devotee parents, lived in this community for many years, went to the Gurukula here, but went off the track voluntarily and just killed another person who was born in Krishna consciousness. So, it's you always have the opportunity to do what's recommended or do your own thing. But it comes with consequences. When you go off the track, that's why we say going off the beaten track. There's a beaten track that usually everybody walks on. But if you decide one day, I don't want to walk on that track, I want to go off the beaten track, you may find a shortcut, you may see all kinds of beautiful things, or you may fall in a ditch, you may get bitten, you may get attacked by a bear, or whatever. That's why it's always safer to stay on the beaten track. So Krishna consciousness is the strict beaten path. Stay on that path and you're good. It'll take you right back to Godhead. But if voluntarily you go off, then you get some other result.
That's
So that's
true.
always the case. It's always a mixed bag. We come into this world with a mixed bag of pious and impious reactions that we have to enjoy or suffer. It's not just cut and dried. This person is just a demon and that person is just a saint. It's always a mixed bag. So those of us who have come to Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada said in one place, my Guru Maharaj actually sent you to help me. But at the same time, we shouldn't think like that. We should think that we're fallen, this is the evidence, we have this material body, and therefore let me just stick to the path that Guru Maharaj has chalked out, and I will go back to Godhead.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. That's a very good point. Sachinanori Prabhu, the last question. Okay. So we will stop here. Thank you very much for coming. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Jai Hari Bol. Wow. Bye-bye. Good. Thank you so much for your contribution. That makes the class very dynamic. Thank you so much.